Pitch Perfect 3 is directed by Trish and once more it stars Anna Kendrick, Rebel Wilson, Anna Camp, Brittany Snow, John Michael Higgins, and Elizabeth Banks, among others. And we find ourselves once more reunited with the Bellas after their winning at the World Championships, as they find themselves split apart and discovering that there aren't job prospects for making music out there in the world. But when they get a chance to reunite for an overseas USO tour, the group of awesome nerds comes together once more to make some music, some questionable decisions for one last pitch. I am genuinely a huge fan of the first Pitch Perfect movie. The only reason I don't have it on my Blu-ray collection is because I can't find it. And the second one, it's fine, it's watchable, it exists, and this movie was clearly made to make these characters finish their arcs, because from the very first movie they generally have arcs. And where the first Pitch Perfect and even the second one to some extent had their feet stable on the ground, this one unfortunately loses all touch with reality. Pitch Perfect 3 was unfortunately for me a special kind of painful. From the very beginning, everything feels forced, as their former judges, played by Elizabeth Banks and John Michael Higgins, are chasing them around for some reason, them specifically, given the fact that they didn't even like them to begin with, and they want to film a documentary for some reason, as they are just going about their lives. They have jobs now, yet they are being stalked by these two people that, again, don't like them. Let me get the good out of the way, because unfortunately there isn't much. The chemistry and the camaraderie, the friendship between the Bellas is all very good, is all excellent. These actresses clearly are very comfortable with each other. They have great chemistry on screen, and these characters, you believe that they feel for each other, that they love each other. And Rebel Wilson as Fat Amy, she's gold. In this film, she's pure gold. I had the time of my life every time we focused on Fat Amy, because she is hilarious. The 20% of the film that is her is absolute comedy genius. But unfortunately, as I said, everything feels forced. They are forced to be on this USO tour just because they want to grab that spotlight one more time. But then there's this nonsensical plot that starts as a subplot but becomes the primary plot of Rebel Wilson's father, played by John Lithgow, coming in and playing this ruthless criminal that wants her money because apparently she's rich. And where the first two films pretty much establish Fat Amy as, you know, being fat, and that's the joke they make, in here she suddenly becomes a martial artist. And even at that, I laughed despite its illogical way of coming into the film, because it doesn't make sense. But again, at least I laughed on those parts, despite how the films previously established this character. And the action scenes are genuinely well choreographed, well shot, they are believable for Fat Amy to be in them, and they are very well done. But again, it just feels so forced, so nonsensical. And where the first film really highlighted the conflict and struggles that come for these characters as they want to thrive in this a cappella world, and they join together to sing and make new songs and produce new music with Anna Kendrick's character, in here you have like 10 minutes total in a whole film. With that, they go to this USO tour to enter this competition with other bands, and the other bands don't even get that much shine. They get about 2 minutes total. They are highlights, they are snapshots of the competition, but even there you just focus on the Bellas, you see how good they are, and by this point we know how good they are. We love them already when they perform, and the performances in the film are fun. They are genuinely good to see. If you enjoy the music in the previous ones, you are going to enjoy the music in this one. But unfortunately, there is not that much music. There is one final big performance that brings all the characters together, and that's it. Pitch Perfect 3 unfortunately loses all touch with reality. It doesn't know what it is anymore. The characters feel like they're here because they are being forced to be here. The closure for these characters and their arcs feels absolutely forced. Fat Amy works, the chemistry between them works, everything between doesn't, and there's this very forced plot thread with DJ Khaled here that every time he opens his mouth or is in a scene feels like he's here to sell a product, even though there's not a product to be sold besides DJ Khaled himself, and it just hurts. Pitch Perfect 3 unfortunately exists, and whereas the second one just exists and I can watch it, it's fine. In this case, unfortunately, I wouldn't be surprised if eventually you see a Fat Amy spin-off, and when I see this movie and I think that it fits with the Fast and Furious franchise, you know it's time to end this. Pitch Perfect 3 was painful, it was boring, it made me want to cut my wrists at some point. The bloopers go on and on and on, and they are not at all that funny, and it made me feel like Clark Gable. What did you think of Pitch Perfect 3, my beautiful geekies? Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Let me know in the comments below what is your favorite from this franchise. And look, on Saturday night I will have a live stream right here on the channel taking your questions, talking about 2017 and everything you want to talk to me about live on YouTube. Come join us and join the beautiful geeky community to be updated on everything. I am uploading my interviews from Comic-Con Portugal 2017. I hope you check those out. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are the best. I love you from the bottom of my heart. Tomorrow I have a review for Ferdinand, and on Friday Bright. Can't wait to see you there, and so until then, you stay beautiful, you stay geeky, and if you haven't done so yet, click the subscribe button and the bell so you can be geeky united!